So we got Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, New York Jets. We had Patriots winning the division in our pre-draft discussions. I don't think that's happening unless they find some way to trade for like Andy Dalton and AJ Green. Like I am going to plant my flag that I will say I'm wrong if Jarrett Stidham leads them to a division title, but like that's not happening. And Brian Hoyer, like that's also not happening. So I don't look at their draft. I don't see a very strong ability to put playmakers around those quarterbacks with limited abilities. They lost several players on defense where they filled a couple of needs, but they traded back. They got extra picks, which is great. They get extra swings, but like I'm going to go out on a limb and say like I don't think the Patriots are quality drafters. Like if you were to give them 4 draft picks and say pick 4 quality players, I don't think that they would get you 4 quality guys. Like I think that the Patriots do a great job of getting themselves more opportunities, so it masks the fact that some of those guys aren't panning out. Like how many of those guys are they picking up from other teams and they're putting them in their system because they understand how they can win, which is great. But, I mean, you're looking at a team where you have multiple opportunities to find guys in free agency that fit in your system, and they do a great job at that. But actually just drafting, like, that draft that they had Tom Brady, I was listening to some podcast or something, and they talked about it, and it's pretty evident, but, like, that draft that they picked Tom Brady, I think it was Cowherd. They didn't pick anybody else who made any kind of impact in that season. Like, they've had Tom Brady for 20 plus years. You haven't had to do anything with your quarterback, and you get the one quarterback who's going to take a pay cut so you can pay everybody you want. It generally doesn't happen. So when you come in and you have guys like the Chad Jacksons of the world, and you have all these other dudes that you're picking late in drafts that aren't panning out, we don't see that because they're not really fitting the system. Like, the Patriots are not great drafters. Like, they are great at giving themselves more opportunity so they can get volume, and the volume will hit. But, like, I don't think that they're quality drafters, and this draft was not a good one.
Well, so you look at their history of drafting, right? They haven't done a great job.
Right.
And I don't think anyone would say they have. I think that where the disconnect is where Bill Belichick thinks he's a very good coach, which I think everyone will agree that he's a very good coach.
Oh, yeah.
But he does a really good job getting guys coached up, and they do a really good job of playing systematic football in terms of what they do scheme-wise. They don't draft anyone well. He can't pick a corner. They can't pick receivers. They miss O-linemen all the time. They are right at developing D linemen, linebackers, but when they leave, they're all horrible.
Because they only fit in like a very specific
right. So that's why they
scheme.
all go play for Flores or Patricia in Denver or Detroit. Anyone who's kind of been a part of it, so at least they're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of those guys go, out of that tree and are successful for the most part.
Yeah. So this is based on last year's season, 2019. Do you have 2020? Sorry, no.
Yeah, 2020's pick.
Got it. Okay. Well, this is their current roster who's still on their team, and I would say 90% of them are after the 4th round, offense and defense. Like
they have a lot of them,
which is not surprising.
Devin McCourty, Duke Dawson, Deontay Hightower, Isaiah Wynn is a tackle. And other than that, Sony Michel, everybody else is 4th or later rounds.
So, like, I think they just try to be smarter than everyone, right? So their first pick this year was Kyle Duggar, who is a super athletic safety from a school you never heard of.
Definitely never heard of it.
Antoine Winfield Jr. was still on the board.
Grant Delpit was still on the board.
Yeah.
Like, real players. And they go and pick him. Okay, that's fine if you really like him. Then they go pick 2 tight ends who are
3rd.
I mean,
they weren't even the highest rated and they picked two of them. They picked two of the not highest rated on consensus boards.
Mm-hmm.
They just think they're going to go out and outsmart everyone. And Tom Brady has really been masking a lot of that. But like you said, it could be a down year for them.